Excuse me, would you mind taking a photo of us?
Yeah, no problem.
What is up, guys? Pastor John here. I welcome you to my channel, Man of God, where we draw closer to Christ to become the men that God desires us to be. If you could like, share, and subscribe. I'm trying to get to 100 subscribers, and we have 24 currently, so if you could help me out, that really, it's an encouragement for me with this growing YouTube channel. I appreciate it, guys. Today, we're going to be talking about cancel culture, and I'm so sick of cancel culture, but it seems like it's getting better. It got real bad during like COVID. I think Dave Chappelle kind of saved the comedic realm back when he did that Netflix special.
Dad's going away for a few weeks, so I want you to be good, okay, Squirt?
Whatever.
I love you.
Eskimo kisses.
But it seems like today it's like everybody gets offended and you're walking on eggshells, and a lot of guys just give up. It's like, I'm not even going to address the issue if there is an issue, because I don't want to get into drama with somebody who gets offended. Or on the other end of the spectrum, you just like try to offend everybody like you're a troll. We got a funny video today we'll watch. This pretty much explains today's world.
Guy, excuse me, would you mind taking a photo of us?
Yeah, no problem.
Thank you.
Okay, everybody say cheese.
Oh, actually, I'm a vegan. Could you please have us say something else?
Okay, everybody say tofu.
Tofu is actually not as good for you as vegans think. Any CrossFitter will tell you that. It's bad for your testosterone levels.
Okay, I'm sorry. How about we all just smile?
Oh, if one more asshole asks me to smile.
Not really an arsehole. Taking a photo for you, so...
What's there to smile about anyway?
Okay, would you like me to just count backwards from 3?
Oh, would you like dyslexic people to just not exist?
My cousin has dyslexia, so offended.
Adopted. Don't even know who my cousins are, so more offended.
How about this? We all put a word we're comfortable with in our heads, and I'll get the shot.
No, it doesn't sound very inclusive, though, does it? I suppose you'd like us all to stand a few metres apart, would you, Stalin?
Jesus Christ.
Oh, I don't see what religion has to do with this.
Well, I'm an atheist, so majorly triggered.
Is that a comment on the gun debate? Still trying to control people.
But it's not just the people. Has anyone thought about the animals?
Look, this is what we're going to do. Everybody throw up a peace sign, and I'll take a photo.
Wow. Cultural appropriation is alive and well. Why don't you just ask us to say kung fu?
Guess what? New plan. Group selfie. Ready, set, go. Boom. And looks awesome. You're going to love it.
Wait.
Nice to meet you.
Oh, you took it with the front camera, you stupid cyclist.
Oh man, that was funny. That made me laugh when I first watched it. Pretty much sums up the world. It's like, man, I used to interact with strangers a lot more, but nowadays I almost like have a sixth sense for people. I'm like, ooh, I don't want to interact with that person. But that's not a good attitude, but it's the truth. With a lot of guys, they're kind of isolating themselves, and they're just like, well, I'm done. I'm throwing up my hands in the air. It's not worth the drama and all the pain and suffering that interacting with people leads to. I remember when I was a dietitian, I'm like a nutrition expert, and I went to school, and food was a big deal to me. And this was the peak of like the feminists, like 2016, all that stuff. And on the mansplaining, that's what I was thinking of.
I hear the way Mr. Easton mansplains everything to you.
What's that?
It's when a man tries to explain something to a woman that she already knows.
Are you mansplaining to me right now? I was talking about your snack.
It's trail mix. You know who else plays the trail? Geraldine Ferraro.
The peak of mansplaining. And this lady, she was in the break room, and she was peeling an avocado. And anybody who's ever eaten avocado knows you don't peel it. You cut it in half. You hit the pit with a knife, pop the pit out, and then you get a spoon or a fork. You could eat it that way, but you scoop it out. And I was nice about it, right? I was like, hey, I teach people how to cook, and that's not really the way that you do that. I could show you. Oh my goodness. I got a look that could kill a person. So I kind of took a step back after that, and I was like, you know what? I'm not helping people. I'm not explaining stuff. Guys were getting in trouble if they were holding doors open for women.
I get to the office today, and the place that I work, you have to go up through a lobby to get to where I work. When I walk up to the door, it was myself and another woman, and a gentleman held the door open for us. I thanked him, and she got offended, like really offended. Her exact words were, "I can open my effing door myself. This is why I hate the patriarch," is what she said. Is this really what we've come to as a society? No, look, I'm sorry. I have seen so many women on this app, on other platforms, complaining that chivalry is dead, that they want to be treated like a princess, but at the same time, if a man opens the door for you, you get offended. I'm so lost on this. Gentlemen, I would love to hear from you. Have you experienced this? Has a woman gotten offended when you open the door for her?
It was a bad time. So I kind of isolated myself and took a step back, and a lot of guys are doing that. They're doing that today still, because it's like, you know what? Whatever. I'm not helping you. But the problem is that men, God designed us to be leaders. God designed us to help people. Like, if you're not helping people as a man, if you're not leading people as a man, like, you're going against your nature. So what's the middle ground? There's a middle ground between being a jerk and just like telling people how to do stuff just in the most offensive manner, and then there's a solution in the middle of just giving up, being nihilistic. Ephesians 4:15 we read, "Instead, speaking the truth in love, we will grow to become every respect the mature body of him who is the head, that is Christ." So our ultimate goal when we speak to people is not to impress them, make them like us, or even to persuade them. It's to speak truth with integrity, to actually love people. And when you love people, you're going to get burned sometimes. If we say something that offends someone, we should be humble enough to apologize if we actually did say something in bad taste. But if somebody gets offended and we feel confident that we gave them the truth with grace, then that's their problem.
When it comes to race, no one gets offended like white people. Oh my God. For example, my gardener is Mexican, and if I assumed he liked tequila, my sister would be like, "Why? Because he's Mexican." But my gardener would be like, "Why? You got some?"
When you follow Christ, there's going to be a lot of people that have burning ears. They're not going to like to hear what you have to say, but you're still called to say it. You're still called as a man to lead people. And when you lead people, people are going to get upset. But there's also some people who you'll change their lives. And that's why we lead. That's why we help people is, there more times than not, you're going to have a positive encounter than a negative encounter. So I'm never going to stop trying to be who I am, right? I'm going to be the guy who cracks jokes, who pushes the envelope sometimes, but also the guy who is humble enough to admit when I said something wrong. I say wrong things all the time. There's way too many guys out there who are just like, "Oh no, I'm always right. I never offend. It's always your problem." That's not right. We do legitimately offend people sometimes. But then on the other side, it's a lot of times the people are way too easily triggered, and it's their problem, not ours. And Christ is, like most things, the middle ground. Truth with grace. That's what truth with grace means. So don't be a coward. Don't be a nihilist and just give up. Give up on helping people, helping women. You know, I see all those videos where you're in the subway in New York City and somebody's, you know, picking on somebody or being a bully or whatever you want to call it, you know. And there's all these standbyers, these people, these men who aren't doing anything, aren't speaking up.
This is 34th Street, Penn Station. Transfer is available to the M34 Select Bus Service.
Connection is available to the Long Island Railroad, New Jersey Transit, and Amtrak. This is an accessible station. The elevator is at the center of the platform. This is a Brooklyn bound.
And I know it can get you in trouble, but you can't live your life like that. You can't live your life like a weak worm. But then on the other side, you can't be like people are online where they just say stuff just to get people riled up. That's not right either. When we follow Christ through the power of the Holy Spirit, we know when we've made a mistake. And we know when we're right in telling the truth. And that's who our ultimate guide should be. You know, we should have some people upset at us. That just means that we're being leaders. So don't go out there trying to be a people pleaser. You'll never find purpose in that. And don't go out there trying to be a jerk. Go out there and actually love people. When you actually go out and try to love people, it'll work out more times than not. So what do you think? Have you given up? Have you lost your sense of humor? Are you just isolating yourself? Or are you trying to poke the bear all the time? Is there a middle ground? Am I totally off? Is Christ wrong about this? Trying to be truthful to love people? Is truth and grace even possible? Let me know. Drop a comment below. And I leave you with this blessing. May the peace of God, which surpasses all understanding, guard your hearts and minds in Christ Jesus. Until next time, guys.